Hey guys, it's your boy Jay Kabata back here with another video. So I don't know about you guys, but one of my main goals in life is going to be to retire. I'm pretty sure that's a major goal that many of you have, and a major question that always comes up is what you need to do or how much money you need to retire. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys what the 4% rule is and how much money you need to use it to retire. If you guys could do me a huge favor and just like this video, also comment down below and let me know at what age you want to retire by. My age goal for retirement is going to be from 40 to 45 years old. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not going to work at all, but maybe it could just mean I could be the manager of my rental properties or some other things like that. Everyone has a different vision of retirement, and that's okay, and everyone's retirement age will be different. Now let's get into what the 4% rule is. The 4% rule was created over a 50-year span in 1926 to 1976. The 4% rule would theoretically never allow you to run out of money during your retirement. Now the investment portfolio for the 4% rule should consist of either 50 to 60% of stocks and the other 50 to 40% of bonds. The reason for this is that bonds do have a lower return, but they also have lower risk. So you're at your retirement age, you have this basket of money saved up, you have your 50% in stocks, 50% in bonds. So how much money do you need to retire? Now the 4% rule is basically going to take out 4% of whatever you have invested. To make an easy example, let's say that you have $1 million invested. Well, you're just going to take out 4% of that $1 million, which is going to give you $40,000. Now with those $40,000, that's going to be what you use for the entire year. So you're basically going to live on a salary of $40,000 for the entire year during your retirement. If you had $2 million, then it would be $80,000. If you had $3 million, then it'd be $120,000. The point is to find out how much you want during your retirement. If you're okay with living $40,000, then your answer is then you only need $1 million invested. Once you have that $1 million, then you could theoretically retire. Now the reason this is said to work is because if you're taking out 4% of your portfolio, but that portfolio is growing 8 to 10% because that's the average that the stock market grows, then you would theoretically never run out of money during your retirement. Another major thing about this rule is that you also have to account for inflation. Well, you can spend with $40,000 today, you can't spend with $40,000 in 10 years. What they said to counter inflation is that you usually just go up 2% year by year. So if the first year you took out $40,000, the second year you're taking out $40,800. And the reason for that is because the average inflation rate is 2% per year. Let's talk about the good things about the 4% rule. One of the major things that I think I like about the 4% rule is that you can predict how much you want to save and what your income will be. If you know you want to live an $80,000 lifestyle in your retirement, then all you need to do is save $2 million. Now I'm not saying it like it's easy, but that gives you a goal. Most people are just putting into retirement with no goal set in place. They're just saving every single paycheck. They don't have a number in their head. They don't know when they want to retire. The 4% rule will give you that goal. It'll keep you motivated to keep investing, to keep saving, because you know once you reach that goal, then you are able to retire. Another thing is that it's just honestly very easy to follow. Just take out 4% of whatever you have invested every single year, and that's honestly it. Literally, that's it. It's a very simple, easy rule to follow. One of the major flaws that I could agree with this is that it doesn't respond to life changes. So obviously our life is honestly always changing. So if you took out more than 4% that year because something happened, you wanted to buy a new car, you wanted to buy a new house, you wanted to travel more, then that's going to affect you very negatively, because the point of the 4% rule is to theoretically never run out of money. I'll give you this other con that I don't necessarily agree with, but there are professional people that do believe that this is a huge negative to the 4% rule, and that's going to be that you can't use past stock market history for the future of the stock market. What they mean by that is that the rule is based on past stock market performance. I understand you can't necessarily use the past for the future, but honestly everyone knows that the stock market has downturns, and history has just shown that the stock market pretty much has always went up. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not just saying the stock market goes up and that's it. I do see why that is negative, because you can't just see that, oh, because the stock market has always been doing good, it's always going to do good in the future. But if history has shown that the stock market recovers even after having major downfalls, then that is why I have that opinion. For my thought on the 4% rule, I think that this is a good rule to give those people a goal. Obviously, everyone's retirement style is going to be different, and I don't think that you should follow the 4% rule super strictly, but I do think it is a good base for those who don't know what they want when they retire. If you're fine with $40,000, which is a good salary, if you have your house paid off, a car paid off by the time you retire, then I would definitely personally have a lot of fun with $40,000. So I just think one of the major pros for this is that you can plan your retirement. I personally think that you should also have other different types of retirement, such as rental income. Get those rental properties that are bringing you income every single month. Just imagine if you combine that rental income with the 4% rule. You can easily see how you would start to have a great retirement. Even if $40,000 a year doesn't sound like a lot because you're using the 4% rule, well, maybe now you're bringing in $2,000 a month from rental income. So my opinion is that the 4% rule is good, but you should also try to find other means of retirement. My personal opinion also, and this is not financial advice, is that I would not invest in bonds. I would just keep it in the stock market. The stock market has proven that on average it goes up 8 8 to 10% a year. So I personally just don't see a reason to be investing in bonds. Again, the 4% rule is based off on 50% on stocks and 50% on bonds. I personally would just keep it all invested in a simple ETF like QQQ, SPY, or VUG, or VTI. At the end of the day, everyone's situation is different, so the 4% rule won't be for everyone. But I do think it's a great starting point for those who don't have any idea of what to do with their retirement. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps a lot, and it literally only takes you guys a second. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. My TikTok is starting to grow. My YouTube is starting to grow some more. So I'm just super thankful for that, and you guys have been awesome. Make sure to message me if you have any questions. I do try to get back to everyone, and I do want to help you guys as best as I can. Make sure to check out that Patreon link if you want to see what stocks I'm buying every single week. No one has sponsored any of my videos yet, so I gotta sponsor myself. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed week. Let's keep crushing these financial goals. The year's almost over, so you guys should start making up goals for the next year. Until next time, guys. All right, let's go.